Hello, and welcome back to another episode on the Casual Collective. My name is Lindsay Weebs, and this is episode 9. If you listen to the last episode, technically, episode 9 is supposed to be part 2 of my interview with Yetzael, but instead, I am going to throw in a episode of just me in between part 1 and part 2. We actually ran into some issues with the editing of part 2. Um I don't know exactly what the issue was, but my program wasn't working and then some of the clips got lost for some reason. I don't know. But we move forward. So I am still scheduling a time to meet with Yetzel to finish part 2. I'm gonna throw in some new questions in there to still keep it nice and fresh for us, but there's some other things that I want to still re-record. So that's my perfectionism in me too. I mean, I really do want the best content to go out. So I'm actually very, very excited, and I think this is a good opportunity to re record so that way it feels more fresh and new. Because today is August 31st, and we recorded that like 2 months ago. So I think it's better anyway to sit down and re record. But so that's going to be episode 10, actually. Part 2 with Yetzel is going to be episode 10. Episode 9 today is just going to be me. I did just make some coffee, which I am going to talk about later. Shout out Red 5. I have a Red 5 mug if you can see the video. I just made a pumpkin latte, and what you see on the top is cinnamon. Very good. Ooh, yes, very good. So, today on the Casual Collective, if you're new here, welcome. It is so nice to have you. If you're a returnee, welcome back. Today is going to be a more lighthearted episode. We're going to talk about my current favorites as of August 31st, 2025. Basically, my favorite things for the past like 3 months or so that just really have been hitting, things that I've keep going back to, whether it's food, content, products, anything like that. So I have compiled a list right here. I compiled a list of all of my current favorites. And then at the end, I'm going to throw in some of my friends and others' favorites that I saw online. I posted a Instagram story asking what your current favorites are. So at the end, I'm going to list off some of the things that I received as responses and give my opinion on it, of course. So, today, I think we should start with food related things. I think that my biggest list in terms of my favorites has to do with food specifically, which is kind of surprising to me because I really like to fixate on just one or two items of food, which I did still, but I feel like I have been expanding my horizons when it comes to food and making food at home. For those of you who don't know, I have been living in my new apartment for about 10 months now. I moved in last year in November, so coming on 10 months. I moved into my apartment, my very first apartment on my own, uh, about 10 months ago, and it's been a really big shift in my life. And I'm learning more about independency, which I had independency before, but now I'm really learning it. And with that comes food. For those of you who didn't know, I really didn't have much to work off of in terms of having a kitchen and cooking in the last place that I lived. So, being able to move into an apartment by myself with a whole kitchen to be able to cook and bake whatever I want has been amazing for me. And I feel like it's kind of opened up my love for cooking and using cooking as like a coping skill for how crazy life can be. So I've definitely found a more appreciation for food. And these favorites that I have are almost like little hacks that I've found while living on my own. Because living on your own and making dinner every night is actually really hard to do. Because you're not cooking for more than one, or like you're only cooking for one person. So it's hard to figure out what to cook without cooking for 10 people. So it's been very interesting too. I'd have to like ration things and break certain recipes down so that way I don't like waste food either. So these are my little hacks that I have found that are my current favorites for food. I have also been trying to spend less money out eating food, like eating out at a restaurant and like ordering out and trying to save as much money as I can because I mostly shop at Aldi, which is like pretty cheap place to shop. So a lot of the things if I don't find it from Aldi, I'll have to go over to Walmart and I do not like shopping in Walmart. So I try to find as much as I can from Aldi and work with what I got and make different recipes that way. So these are my current hacks for that. Um I'm first going to start off with the idea of making coffee at home. And I know that this is a big trend on TikTok and I know that people talk about it and debate about it all of the time because if you have been listening to my podcast for a while, you know that I like to go and get fun little drinks out at like coffee shops and the gas station and going on those little journeys to get a fun little drink during the day. If you've listened to that episode, you know what I'm talking about. But even if you go and you get coffee, you know what I'm talking about because to take the trip to a coffee shop or to a gas station if you like certain drinks that are maybe like energy drinks. It's about the journey there. It's about the experience, which I've been trying to compensate for that when making coffee at home. My biggest barrier with making coffee at home before was that I didn't have an espresso machine. That was my biggest barrier because I don't like just plain brewed coffee. I'd rather have a latte, which has espresso in it. And I do have a Keurig, so like I can always buy Keurig cups and like make coffee at home with that. But making lattes at home, now that's the tea. That is the tea. And you know what? That is one trend I am hopping on right now. So I found this thing on TikTok, and if you are a coffee girly or a coffee connoisseur, you are on TikTok, you might have seen this already. But there are a bunch of videos on TikTok saying now you don't even need an espresso machine at home. You can make instant espresso at home. Yeah. So, before you could make instant coffee at home, where you can get different like packages or cups where basically all you do is pour it into hot water and that's your coffee. You don't even need to brew it or anything. You literally just put it in hot water. But they have that for espresso now, and it's called Nescafe Instant Espresso. There's different kinds. I've tried the gold and the decaf, which I have both of them actually now. And it's so good. Like, I was very skeptical about this because, like, it's espresso. I don't know how you can do that without an espresso machine. But no, you can literally make a shot of espresso instant at home without an espresso machine. All you need is hot water. And the espresso gold is super good. Honestly, I hate to compare it to Starbucks, but it almost tastes like Starbucks espresso. The Nescafe decaf honestly tastes even better, except it's decaf. But for all of those anxious girlies out there and anxious guys too, sometimes it's better to just go the decaf route, okay? We don't need to be fueling our anxiety based on shit tons of caffeine, okay? So, check it out. It makes 50 cups out of this jar that's like this big. Like 50 cups. And I'm pretty sure I paid $8 to $9 for the whole thing. You can do the math on that. Like, if I were to go to a coffee shop and like buy a latte, that latte is probably going to be $8 at least. $8 because I also got to get the almond milk or the oat milk. So, one cup for $8, or you can buy the instant espresso for $8 that has 50 cups in it. What? What? Another current favorite with that are those milk frothers that you can buy. When I tell you I'm going all out, like coffee cafe experience at home, oh, I'm doing it, okay? I need to get a milk steamer next. But I will start with my hot water and my espresso, and I'll like stir that up in one cup. And then in another cup, I'll put my milk and I'll heat up the milk. And then I use this little hand frother to froth the milk, and then I pour it into the espresso. And it's so good. It's literally like a latte at home. Like, I cannot oh my god. I cannot espresso how much how good this is, okay? And the little like milk frother was like $7, I think. Steal, honestly, I think. And on top of that, if you wanted flavored coffees or lattes, they are lattes. If you wanted flavored lattes, you can go and get the syrups like online or TJ Maxx or Marshalls or Target. I think Walmart has syrups too. I'm not a huge fan of Torani syrups though. I am a Monin girl. Monin coffee syrups are where it's at. If you're in my Discord, I actually just bought a few of them and put them in my shopping haul. But I got this little packet that has a bunch of mini syrups, and they're all like fall themed. So I'm able to like try the different kinds before buying like a whole big ass bottle of it. I right now have the pumpkin one. The pumpkin one is super good. Like, I'm loving this. And that's the one thing I like about Monin instead of the Torani syrups is the Monin syrups. I don't know if they're necessarily healthier because they are really just sugar, but the Monin tastes less fake in a sense. Like for example, this pumpkin flavor actually tastes like pumpkin, not that like fake pumpkin flavor, if you know what I mean. So good though. So good. And I mean, if you like need to add sugar packets, or I know some people will do like simple syrup, or you can do like actual caramel on it. Like, there's so many ways that you can make a latte at home, and I think that's why that's my current favorite and will probably continue to be one of my favorite things because you can never get bored with making lattes at home. There is like an infinite amount of options that you can choose from to make a latte. So that's definitely my current favorite right now. Very much recommend. 10 out of 10. It's saving me so much money. Yeah, you have to go and buy the syrup, but The syrup I think I bought for like $8. That shit's gonna last me forever. At least 50 cups. So 10 out of 10. Definitely recommend. That's probably my top thing on this list today is the Nescafe Instant Espresso. So good. So good. Next thing from Aldi that I really, really like are the chicken breast fillets in the frozen section. This might sound really silly, but they are so good and they're so versatile. And they're in the frozen section. They're already cooked. They are in like this red bag. And I think you get 8 in the bag. And I believe it's $8 for the bag. So you're basically paying $1 per fillet. But these chicken breast fillets are so good for being just like a basic frozen food. And because they're like a crispy chicken. And I have used them for so many recipes. And they don't go bad either because they're in the freezer. But you you need to try them. Oh my god. Like I it's like one of the staple things that I buy every time I go to Aldi. Some of the things that I've made, I have made this imitation Chick-fil-A sandwich because I'm not shitting you. These chicken breasts literally taste like Chick-fil-A. I know I'm reaching here a little bit. I might be. But I swear, I will pop one of those in the air fryer. I'll get my bun and I'll get my Chick-fil-A sauce, which Aldi also has like an off-brand sauce. I think it's literally just called chicken sauce. And it's by like the condiments in the condiment section. Aldi literally has like a chicken sauce. You put that on the chicken with the bun, maybe throw a slice of cheese on there, and it's literally like Chick-fil-A. I'm not kidding. You gotta try it. Other things that I've used for this chicken, I've made chicken wraps. I've made chicken parmesan. Ooh, very good. Very good. Oh my god. I've made chicken salads. Like I've made a Caesar salad. I've made a Italian salad. I I'm serious. Like this chicken is so good. You literally just pop it in the air fryer for like 10-15 minutes at 375 to 400. Chop it up and you can put that on anything. I'm not gonna lie to you, before I recorded this podcast episode, I literally just had a wrap. I had one with ranch and I had one with like an Asian dressing. Oh, so good. So good. Shout out Aldi for those because those slap. Next thing that I've been kind of actually putting on my current favorites is eating oatmeal. Which, Lindsay, you're gonna be like, Lindsay, oatmeal? Really? What's so special about oatmeal? And you know what? I've been in that exact same boat. My entire life, I never understood oatmeal. I'm like, this shit isn't even good. Why is everyone hyping this up? However, I have finally perfected my oatmeal. I will put the oats in with some water and a little bit of almond milk. And then I'll put blueberries, cranberries, and like a tablespoon of brown sugar. Oh! Oh! It's so good. I I never thought that oatmeal would be good. Like, is that just me or am I crazy for that? I never thought that oatmeal could actually be good. And then you could like throw on some cinnamon on there. I know some people have put bananas and walnuts. That's not really my cup of tea, but like, oh, and then you put chia seeds in it too to make it a little more healthy. To be honest, I really don't know what chia seeds do, but like I heard that they keep you full longer. But I had to throw that one on there because low key, I've been fucking with it. I know it's just oatmeal, but yeah, that combination of like the little bit of brown sugar, blueberries and cranberries. Mmm, so good. So good. Okay, last food thing that's on my list are Lotus energy drinks. Some people probably have no idea what those are or what I'm talking about, and I understand. Because I've heard that this is more of like a Midwest thing. Maybe it's in some cities, I don't know. But I think I talked about it in my fun little drink episode. But basically, the coffee shops in the Midwest, in my area, they give an energy drink option instead of coffee if you don't like coffee. And what they'll use is the Torani syrups, so like blue raspberry, cherry, those types of things, the fruity ones. And they'll put it in with Rockstar and ice and make like a fun little drink with that. Well, I have retired Rockstar because it's too much caffeine for me, and all that does is fuel my anxiety. And low key, I really don't think it tastes good anymore. So, I have retired the Rockstar, and I have replaced it with a Lotus energy drink, which is also a pretty new thing for the coffee shops around here. But Lotus supposedly is supposed to be a caffeine derived drink or derived from plants. Like it's a caffeinated drink that's derived by plants. Somehow they were able to like use plants as like a natural caffeine, which I kind of get it because like that's what tea is. You get a little bit of caffeine from drinking tea. But they use that and they make syrups out of that and then they put the syrups in Sprite. So it's like a fizzy, fruity drink with a little bit of caffeine. Ooh, it's so good. Like I can't explain it. I know one place that I'm thinking of is in Des Moines called Hyper. I know a lot of people go there. My Des Moines friends were the ones that brought me there originally. I know that's one place that you can find them, but they're all over in the coffee shops in the Midwest. They're called Lotus energy drinks because it's supposed to be natural energy. I really fuck with those though because they don't like tear up my insides either. So when I do go out and buy a fun little drink, I'll buy a Lotus Energy. And my favorite one is like the watermelon one. There's like a strawberry and kiwi one. Ooh, it's so good. It's so good. Actually, I have one more thing to add to my current favorites when it comes to food and on the topic of drinks. The Starburst ice drinks. The brand ice. They have the Starburst brand or collab. The pink one. Ooh, so good. I can't find them anywhere in my area except for Casey's. The gas station Casey's. That's the only place I can find them. If you haven't tried those, you need to try those. When Yetzael came up for Christmas last year, I had him try it when he came to the US. Got him hooked on those things. Those are so good, and I think they don't have any sugar in them either. And if they do, it's like a very small amount, but that's really good too. Love, love, love those. Okay, moving on to the next category. We're going to talk about media and entertainment. Things that I'm listening to, things that I'm watching, those types of things. So, if you are watching the video of this podcast episode, you may notice that there is a little bit of a brightness change. It is actually the next morning that I'm recording this segment of the episode. Last night when I was recording it, I stopped after the food because I guess it made me that hungry. I made dinner and then I was like, I'm gonna go play Baldur's Gate and then go to bed. So I actually went and did that. I went and had some food and played Baldur's and went to bed. So it's actually the next morning that I'm filming this part. That's okay. But so now we're gonna talk about media and that sort of thing. I mean, Baldur's Gate still on my currents. I can't even deny that. I'm currently doing an honor mode with Yetzael and my brothers, so that's been going pretty good. It's going pretty good. I'm doing a Hunter Ranger right now, so we will see how that goes. Um, but let's talk about things that I'm currently watching. So, the first thing I want to talk about is the Vampire Diaries. And if you know about the Vampire Diaries, you're going to be like, Lindsay, how is this your current favorite? This came out in like 2010. And it's a CNN show. Listen, listen, hear me out. Hear me out. It is a good show, okay? And let me just stop the stigma for a second. Just because it's a vampire show and it's a CNN show doesn't mean that it's specifically for girls or teenagers, okay? Anybody can watch it. So, let me just throw that out there first. Second of all, it's not your regular vampire show, okay? It's not cheesy like a regular vampire show. Of course, there's gonna be like outdated things about the show. Like at one point, I'm pretty sure they called their love epic, and I'm like, that's a 2010 word. But overall, I have always enjoyed the show, okay? There's so many things about it that I just love, okay? First of all, no matter what age I have watched it, I have loved the show. So, if it came out in like 2010 through like 2016, maybe even later than that, I don't know. Uh, that was like my teenage years, and I absolutely loved that show. I fucked with that show so hard. I literally was watching it every week when it came out on TV. So then fast forward to my next rewatch. I watched it when I was in college in the dorms, my freshman year of high school, of college, not high school. Oh my god. Well, I probably did watch it freshman year of high school too. But I then watched it in the dorms as a comfort show, and the way that my roommate and I bonded over the show, it you know what? It really helped me form that bond, okay? And then I have watched it with like multiple friends online. My mod, Slev, has watched it, and me and Slev will talk about it all the time. And so many people I've watched this show with, and I haven't ever had one negative review, okay? This show brings people together, man. It brings people together. So now I'm watching it with Yetzael, and I'm having a really great time with it. Even though I've rewatched the show so many times, there are still things that I'm still like realizing or noticing throughout that I didn't notice before. And I'm like, I've rewatched the show how many times and I'm still noticing new things? Like, this is great. So, 10 out of 10, great show. Also, I really like the way that they approach the vampire aspect because it's not like this cheesy vampire show. It's actually like they actually like dive into the lore of vampirism, and I don't want to spoil it, but it really really goes back to like when vampires first existed and how that affects them now. And like there's so many like little details you have to like remember about the rules of being a vampire. Like you can't go into someone's house without being invited in. And I really like the aspect of like the healing and the blood aspect of the way that they transform, the way that they like feed each other blood in a sense to like heal each other. It's such a good show, man. Like I love that it doesn't have that cheesy aspect of like the romance. Yeah, there is romance. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. And if there's any Vampire Diaries fans that are actually listening to this right now, I have to tell you I'm team Damon all the way. I love that man. I love Damon, man. Those porch scenes, ooh. Ooh. So, anyways, I really like the show. Uh the characters are really like curated very well. They aren't like characters that you can just throw away, I feel like. they give you a chance to like bond with every single character and have you form your own opinions of them and basically have your favorite, because I feel like a lot of shows there's always like that obvious character that everybody loves. And then like after that maybe there's like some stragglers, but I really love the dynamic of like all these characters have their own personalities and you can spend individual time with each one, which sounds kind of weird, but it's really nice. I like it. And they also aren't throwaway characters where they're like putting in a whole new cast every season. Love that. The pacing of the show's great. The different plot points are great. The character arcs are great. You see every single character grow in their own way. Oh, it's so cool. I really like it. It's such a good show. Um and I recommend it to anybody. I've recommended it to like 3, 4 guys maybe, or I know 3 or 4 guys that also still really like the show. I have never had a bad review of the show. I have a running record with that. So, if you're bored, go watch The Vampire Diaries. I don't even know where you can watch it anymore, actually. I know it was on Netflix and then they took it off, and then it was on Hulu for a while, but then they also took it off there. So, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, gotta shout out The Vampire Diaries first. Next thing that I've been watching. This is something that I almost hate to admit, especially because I put it on my current favorites list. And I never thought I would be here and be saying this out loud. But my current favorite in terms of anime right now that I'm watching is One Piece. Oh my god. Yes, Yetzael has started me on One Piece, and I'm actually really enjoying it. Hi, Thena! What's up, baby? Athena has joined the stream, or the podcast. Oh my god. Not my brain thinking I'm streaming. Hi, Thena. If you're watching the video, hello! Gonna say hi? Say hi to the pod? um, yes, I have been watching One Piece, and yes, I have been enjoying it. I cannot tell you how far I am into it. I have no clue. Please do not spoil it for me. I swear. I swear, if you spoil it, I'll be so mad. But I'm really enjoying it. I don't really have a whole lot to say about it. To be honest, Luffy is not my favorite character right now. He is not number one. I think Zoro has to be number one for me. I think it's Zoro, and then for second place, Sanji and Luffy are kind of tied for second place right now. So, fight with me if you want, but I already knew I was gonna like Zoro before I even started the show. Like, I clocked that, okay? So, yes, unfortunately, One Piece is on my current favorites right now. I did see the new Lego sets that came out at Walmart, and I literally stopped at Walmart the other day, and I was actually looking at the Lego set, and I was like, Lindsay, no, you can't do this. Walk away. So, good show, I guess. Good show, I guess. I actually did just post, we went to the All Blue sushi restaurant in Chicago, me and Yetzel did, which is a One Piece themed sushi place. Absolutely loved it that. It was really cool. The food was good too. And the food was actually pretty cheap. But I did post an Instagram post of me at the All Blue, so that was pretty cool. Um, Next thing. Oh, I'm just gonna throw this in there. It's not specifically something that I'm watching, but it's definitely my current favorite thing. And this is probably going to stay on my favorite things. Is the uh program platform. I don't even know what you would call this. Streaming platform. Plex. If y'all have Plex, you know how great that it is. If you are in the booth with Yetzael's server, you know what I'm talking about. Shout out Dorito for starting a Plex server. So basically, Plex is like a server that you can have like a digital library of all of your movies and TV shows on demand, and you can just watch them as long as the server's running and Dorito has installed or downloaded whatever movie or TV show you want. So it's basically like just this huge collection of movies and TV, kind of like Netflix, but you know, you're not paying for it. But yeah. Shout out Dorito. Dorito the Chip if you want to go check him out on Twitch and other social medias. Dorito, he made the Plex server for us, and that's where I've been watching all of my Vampire Diaries. So, shout out Dorito for Plex. Plex is super cool. Next thing in terms of media, I did just play Sonic Crossworlds today. If you didn't know, Sonic is or Sega is coming out with a new Sonic game called Sonic Crossworlds, which is like a racing game. It's kind of similar to Mario Kart, but for the Sonic world. It literally has so many like different characters. It has Hatsune Miku in it. Like, are you kidding me? But yeah, I played Sonic Crossworlds this morning. I really liked it. It's definitely on my current favorites for now. But that was just the beta test. So it's not officially out yet. But I did really like that. I thought that was really cool. A little overstimulating at times for me just because there's just so many things going on, so many colors. But I get the reason why they did it. But it seemed like everybody really enjoys it so far. Um, Everybody was streaming it on Twitch this weekend, and everybody seems to be having a really good time. I haven't heard of any negatives about it yet, so I did really like it. Very, very good game. I don't know if I will buy it when it releases, just because video games are way too expensive now. But the good thing is that a lot of Sonic games end up going on sale on Steam. So I can probably get it on sale a month or two after it releases. So I'm very excited for that. I think that'd be a really good Switch game, honestly, but we will see. I did really like it though. It's definitely my current favorite for this weekend until the beta expires or ends. Next thing in terms of Twitch, I've been watching a lot of Twitch streams lately, which I took a break from over the summer, but now I'm back watching Twitch pretty often. Um, I've been watching a lot of DayZ content. I've been watching a lot of co-working stuff, um, marbles. What else have I been watching? Well, I was watching people play Crossworlds too. But I saw that there's a few new big content creators that are coming out of the woodworks right now. Currently, I've been watching a lot of Vanilla Mace and KDB on Twitch. These are two creators that have kind of peaked and have been really doing well on Twitch lately. They were both posting on TikTok, I think, of clips from their streams, and they really gained traction on TikTok, and they have gotten a lot of viewership from that, which I also saw them on TikTok, so I decided to check them out. And I've really been loving watching them, especially Vanilla Mace. She is so cool and so funny. And yeah, I've really been enjoying watching those two because I think they became popular just because of how much they are themselves. And they're both pretty funny too. But I think it's good that the internet is starting to make people popular that are the people that are themselves, if that makes sense. I mean, it's still hard to really know how much someone is really being true to themselves through a screen, so I know that's hard, but Vanilla and Katie are both really good examples of streamers who are just there to have a good time and have a good community and just be themselves and have a good time, which kind of like pushed me to also want to go back into streaming. That wasn't the main reason, but that was one reason on top of many others of why I want to go back to streaming. But it just kind of served as a nice reminder to me of like, hey, this is your stream. Why are you trying to like bend over to what other people want when it's your stream? And I don't know. So I really just want to be more myself on stream, and I've just been really enjoying that out of them, and I want to keep doing that when I stream. So those are my current favorites. Other than them, I'm always supporting my friends on Twitch. I could shout out a lot of them. I'm always tuning into all of my friends' streams to support them. A lot of like me and Yetzael's friends and friends that I've made on Twitch for years now. I've been friends with them. So that's always going to be a current favorite of mine. I don't think that's ever going to go away is watching Twitch, to be honest. I've been watching Twitch for like, I don't even know, 5 years, 6 years, somewhere around there. But those are my current favorites in terms of that. I don't think I really have any current favorites for YouTube. I was watching The Outdoor Boys quite a bit over the summer, which I still do a little bit, but that was definitely my current favorite for a little while there. I am very sad though because The Outdoor Boys aren't posting anymore. The main creator of it, Luke, um, I made an announcement a month or two ago about how he was gonna step down for a while, but oh, it was so sad. I just started liking them too, but I really like that channel. It's really cool. It's a very good channel to watch when you're like sitting down to eat lunch or you just want to chill and put something on the TV. Love that channel, but other than that, I really haven't been watching YouTube very much. Moving on to other media, I wanted to note this because my friend Dorito, which I can't believe he's getting two shout outs throughout this podcast today. But my friend Dorito also recommended me a new book, and I've been reading it. Well, I've been listening. I'm listening to the audiobook, but it's called Project Hail Mary, and it's like a science fiction book. Um, I really like it so far. Dorito was like, Lindsay, you need to read this book because I need someone to talk to about it. But I'm about halfway through it right now, and there is actually a movie that's going to be coming out based on it. I don't know if it's coming out next year, but it has Ryan Gosling in it, and I'm very excited because I haven't really gotten into any sci-fi lately. Um, but this book has been really engaging, and I really like how he has set up the plot and set up the environment. And I just have a really big appreciation for sci-fi books when you can tell the author put in a lot of research. Like there's a lot of like yes, it's fiction, but there's also a lot of science in it, obviously. But you can just tell that this author really, really cared about this book and put in a lot of details in it. And I just really do appreciate that. And I'm very excited to finish that book. It's definitely my current favorite right now. And I'm very, very happy that Dorito recommended me the book. And I have to finish it before the movie comes out, which I'll definitely be able to do. But current favorite too is just listening to audiobooks. I feel like that's made reading a lot easier for me. since I have ADHD, it's so much easier for me to listen to the book while I'm doing something else. And a lot of it is like when I'm cleaning, it kind of motivates me to clean in a way because I'm listening to the book while I'm cleaning, so I'm not really paying attention to the chore vibe. Like, it doesn't feel like a chore because I'm listening to a book while I'm cooking. So I've really been enjoying that. I used to not be an audiobook girly at all. I could not pay attention for the life of me, but I've definitely grown into it more. Okay, this last part is going to be more of a miscellaneous category because it is just a bunch of random things that don't really fit together, but it's still all of the favorite things that I have right now, so this is the miscellaneous. But first thing in this miscellaneous category would be stress vitamins for sleep. This might seem a little random, but it has been a game changer for me. I never realized how much my like anxiety and stress affect my sleep. And not necessarily falling asleep, but just the quality of the sleep specifically. And I'm not sponsored, but I have been taking these vitamins by Golly, Golli. Hello, this is Lindsay coming in from editing. I wanted to rephrase that it is the Olly, Olly vitamins. They look like this. Olly. I think there are Golly ones as well, but I'm taking the Olly ones. This one is actually just, I think it just says it's for stress, but I use it for sleep because it basically calms down my body while I'm sleeping. So that way I get a better quality of sleep. But it's in like a blue, it has a blue label, and I think it's just Golly vitamins for stress. And what I like about it is it's not melatonin based. It has like other ingredients that promote a more, what's the word? Like healthy sleep. I don't want to say more healthy because there is nothing wrong with melatonin. Melatonin really just helps you fall asleep, though, and stay asleep. It doesn't necessarily affect the quality of sleep. But these stress vitamins have L-theanine in them and then a GABA, I think, ingredient. I don't know much about the GABA, but it has those two things, and then it has like chamomile and like lemon. And I've really liked them. I'm not saying that you guys should get them, but if you are interested in them, make sure you like check with your doctor and uh check to make sure that you're able to take them before you just go and take them. But I've really liked them. I think it's really increased the quality of my sleep because I really don't have an issue with falling asleep or anything like that. But I definitely wake up feeling more refreshed. Because my biggest issue before was I would wake up and I'd still feel tired, like no matter how much sleep I got. And some days I would wake up with anxiety and I'd wake up with headaches because of the anxiety. And now I don't really have that problem. And if I do, I will literally just take another vitamin when I wake up because it's for stress, it's not necessarily for sleep. And you can take it in the morning as well. So some if I really need it, I'll take another one in the morning, but usually I don't even need to. Usually the one that I take before bed is enough. So I do really like that. It's definitely my current favorite thing right now because I'm getting a lot better sleep than I have in years, all because of these gummies. So, very much recommend those. Next thing would be BB cream or like tinted moisturizer. I've been using tinted moisturizer this whole summer. I very rarely ever use foundation anymore for makeup, and I'm absolutely loving the tinted moisturizer because I feel like my makeup routine went from 30 minutes to 10 minutes. Like, I just slap that shit on my face, put some mascara on, and I'm good to go. Absolutely love that. 10 out of 10. Next one, Old Navy jeans. Specifically the jeans from Old Navy. Okay? I love these jeans because they are the most comfortable jeans I've ever owned in my life. And if you know me, you know that like jean shopping is like the worst thing for me. I have such a unique body shape that I can never find jeans that fit me ever because I have such big hips. My hips are bigger than my waist, but then I'm short. And it's just like, it's just not fun. It's not fun. But Old Navy, I literally never have an issue buying jeans there. And when I buy a pair, they're like the most comfortable things ever. I can wear them all day. I can sit down in them. Like, it's great. 10 out of 10. Love Old Navy jeans. On the same subject, now that it's getting cold out, I've been layering a lot of things and using jackets more often as like a fashion thing, which I have never been really into fashion. I'm not good with fashion, but I've been trying to integrate more things into like layering and actually like trying new things. And I've been really liking just like throwing on a jacket to like spice up the outfit. So that's another thing I wanted to mention. And now that it's getting cold out, it's like the perfect time to experiment because my fall and winter outfits are always better than my spring and summer. I just I don't like dressing up for spring and summer because like it's just hot out in general and I just want to wear athletic shorts and a t-shirt. That's it. So, I am really liking that about the fall. I mean, my current favorite is fall. I just love fall. It's literally the best time of the season. Another thing, this is so funny. This one's so funny. I can't believe I put this on here, but it's true. My current favorite is Costco. Okay. I went to Costco for the first time the other day with my dad because my dad has a membership. Loved it. 10 out of 10. I got dog food there, I got some snacks, and I'm set for the next month because I live by myself. Like, and then I had the pizza. Everyone was talking about the pizza. They don't have churros anymore, which is a big L for them. I lied. I have been to Costco one other time before that, but I didn't go inside. My roommate in college went in because it was her membership, and she grabbed me a churro, and that churro was really good. I do miss their churros. I can't believe they don't have them anymore. That's kind of rude of them, honestly. But definitely love Costco. You have to have the money up front to buy things from there though because like everything's in bulk, so it's you have to have the money to buy it all right away and then it's an investment, but it was still a fun time. I liked it. Another thing that I've been really liking, this is more like therapy based, but I've been really liking um like putting in time out of the day to just take a breather, like a actual breather. And there's this technique called box breathing where you breathe at like breathe in and out with each side of the box. So you breathe in for 4 seconds, you breathe out for 4 seconds, and you do that until you go all the way around the box. So I've been really liking that. Honestly, I've been using it a lot in between my therapy sessions because it kind of just gives me like a reset and it resets my nervous system and whatever emotional state I'm in after a session. So I do really like that. It's been really helpful to just like take a breather for a second before I just dive into the next session. And I feel like anybody can integrate that in their life no matter what they're doing or what they're transitioning to and from with. So I've been really liking that too. Last thing I want to note that is my current favorite thing to do. has to do with my dog. And if you guys have dogs, I highly encourage you to try this because it is so much fun. I saw on TikTok, I don't know why I've never thought about doing this before. I saw on TikTok that a really enriching game for your dog is to play hide and seek with them. And I started doing this with Athena's ball because Athena just loves balls. Like any sort of ball, tennis ball, soccer ball, any sort of ball. She loves it. And we have this very specific blue ball that she loves to just play with all the time. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to try that out. And it's great for her because she's a working dog, so she wants to be doing something all the time. And sometimes I don't want to take her for a walk, or sometimes I don't want to do an activity that takes too long. So I tried out this hide and seek thing, which basically you just tell your dog to sit. And I had to teach my dog to say, like, to stay. But instead of stay, I say wait. So I'd say, Athena, wait. And she'll sit there and she'll wait until I go into the other room and I hide the ball. And then I'll say, okay. And she'll run in and she'll look everywhere in the room for the ball. And it is just the cutest shit ever. Like, because she's so excited to find this ball. And then she finally finds it. And it's like so fun. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It's just like such a simple thing that I've been doing with her, and she really loves it. It keeps her engaged and it keeps her busy, keeps her mind busy, and you can never run out of hiding places. And it uses their nose too, which is supposed to be helpful as well in engaging their mind, but I've really liked that. But it's been like a really fun time doing that with her. So all in all, those are my current favorites as of August in the summertime of 2025. I might do this more often every few months or so and just keep track of my current favorites of the month and share them with you because I think it's just really cool to see what my hyperfixations are at the time. And also see if you guys try anything out. But before I end the episode today, I wanted to share some of the things that you guys said were your current favorites when I asked on my Instagram story. So I'm going to go through and read some of them and talk about them. Okay, so the first response that I got was currently hooked on singing songs like Hugh Jackman. I freaking love this. I love this. Like, what a good thing to be your favorite thing right now. Not only are we like just engaging with music, but we're just singing songs like Hugh Jackman without any sort of care in the world. And I think that's great because the emotional regulation aspect of that to just be like, fuck it, I'm gonna sing. I love that, dude. I love that. 10 out of 10. Love that current favorite. And that kind of reminds me that I need to allow myself to take a moment and just jam out because I have not had a quality jam session in a while. So, 10 out of 10. Love that. Next one is Trainwrecks TV on Kick. I have no idea what that is. Not gonna lie. I don't know who that is. I shouldn't say that. I don't know who that is, but I do appreciate that response because it did remind me of my current favorites that I'm watching on Twitch. I do not watch Kick, I only watch Twitch, but I have very, like, I've heard mixed opinions on Kick and just that platform in general. So I'm gonna rate that one I don't even know. I don't think I can even rate that because I don't know who that person is, but that is really cool though. I bet they would feel really nice knowing that this person thought of them as their current favorites. Next one, Sakamoto Days on Netflix and Don Da Don. Keshi's Requiem album is amazing. I do not know who that is either. But I have heard of Don Don. I've heard mixed things about Don Don as well. I heard it's somewhat inappropriate for some people. I don't know if it's really my cup of tea, but some people really like the show. And I don't know who Keshi is, but that's really cool. I love asking this question of current favorites because there's so many different answers. And I love that this person was able to think of like TV shows and media because that also made me think about like what sort of media I like right now. So I definitely really like that too. I don't know if I've heard of Sakamoto Days, but I might have to look that up after this. Another person said key lime pie, Big Macs, and Wendy's apple pecan salad. Ooh. Back in the day, I used to order salads from Wendy's all the time. I used to eat this Strawberry Fields one. So good. So good. Key lime pie. I freaking love key lime pie. I feel like key lime pie is slept on, and I've been sleeping on it. And I think that that should be my current favorite. I think that I should go and buy a key lime pie after this because I don't think I've had one in a long, long time. So I think it's time for me to get a key lime pie. Very low. I really, really love this response. Very good mixture of foods that you have here. 10 out of 10. Love that one. Last one. This person said Elden Ring, chicken Caesar salad, and closing my eyes and taking a deep breaths. Or taking a few deep breaths. Oh, what a vibe. What a mixture of such good things. 10 out of 10, love this one too. I have only played Elden Ring a little bit. I am not good at it at all. In fact, I'm very bad at it. But I very much understand how that is a favorite. Chicken Caesar salad. I have also been eating a lot of chicken Caesar salads, which I used that chicken that I was talking about earlier from Aldi. I use that exact same chicken. I'll put it in the air fryer, chop it up, and then I'll put it on a salad. And Aldi also has a really good Caesar dressing. They have a brand, and then they also sell the Olive Garden Caesar dressing. Ooh, so good. You can make some really good Caesar salads with the Aldi ingredients. So I love that. And then closing your eyes and taking a few deep breaths. Love, love, love. I love how this person incorporated that. And I love that we are practicing self care and we are practicing coping skills to make ourselves feel better. So, 10 out of 10. Love our current favorites that we shared. Very, very nice. I might make this a trend and ask this again at some point on my Instagram to see what everyone's current favorites are. Maybe like in the fall time, maybe like November or December, we might do another one because I feel like we can find a lot of really, really good current favorites that are fall and winter themed and Christmas and Thanksgiving. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I can't get ahead of myself though because I love Halloween and we need to focus on Halloween first. Which, by the way, I'm gonna just throw this in here because I don't want to say it in my Discord yet. But I'm planning on doing some Halloween type activities and like different Halloween themed things during the month of October. I'm gonna plan some movies in the Discord and then maybe play some games on Twitch. I'm not a big scary game person though, so I haven't decided which ones I want to do though. But I am gonna plan a bunch of fun October things in terms of streaming and Discord, so I'm really excited. Every year for October it's always like my best streaming month, which is also my stream anniversary of my very first stream. I did my very first stream of October 2021. So, yeah, just a little hint at that. But I think that is where I'm going to end this episode. Next episode will be part 2 with Yetzael. Hopefully, we can get that finished soon. But I appreciate you guys all for tuning in. I know it was a little bit of a break since the last episode, so I appreciate you being patient with me and continuing to click in and listen. If you've made it this far into the episode, you are a real one. Athena is also saying goodbye if you heard her whine in the background and if you're watching the video. You gonna say bye, Athena? You gonna say bye? But thank you so much for listening. If you want to share what your current favorites are, feel free. I would love to hear and rate them. I mean, not actually rate them. I can't judge you guys for your current favorites because they are your current favorites. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your night, day, wherever you are. Happy time zones. I hope you all had a good Labor Day and I will see you in the next episode. Bye!